Golden Hands is the world's most respected specialist in steel pan education, mentorship, and performance. In the heart of the beautiful Twin Island state of Trinidad and Tobago lies a most unique treasure, Golden Hands, the 2018 National Small Steel Band Panorama Champions. Located at 134 Independence Avenue, San Fernando, Golden Hands is the cultural hub for many musicians, primarily aged 3 to 30. Every day, these exceptional youngsters, whose primary instrument is the steel pan, arrive at the Golden Hands Music Center and spend hours engaging in the creation and performance of exceptional steel band music under the shade of a sapodilla tree that is over 100 years old. It's practice time and real vibes flow, releasing the most awe-inspiring music. This panorama rendition is entitled Trouble, a fitting title for a most pleasant disturbance.
Panorama is an annual music competition of steel bands from Trinidad and Tobago. It is a major event of Carnival and attracts many international steel band musicians. Panorama preparations are very intense and usually start months before Carnival celebrations. The preparation requires the cooperation of many individuals, from the tuner, arranger, drill master, steel pan musicians to cooks, welders, seamstresses, truck drivers, and many more. There are 4 categories in Panorama. They are the large band, medium band, small band, and single pan band. Golden Hands started its Panorama journey with the annual Junior Steel Band Panorama in the year 2003. The arranger was initially our deputy leader and teacher of Miss Franca, Sir Dane Roscoe Hines. He transferred this mantle to a young Vanessa Headley who started arranging formally for Golden Hands at the tender age of 14. Miss Vanessa, as she is fondly known by all of us, made her Panorama debut in 2006 with a Mark Laquan composition, Colors Again, which was sung by Orchestra. The rest is history. Miss Vanessa successfully led Golden Hands in the Junior Panorama realm for the following 2 consecutive years. Though we never won this competition, we did place 3rd and then 2nd. After returning from an outstanding tour of Austin, Texas, where Golden Hands made the debut appearance of any steel orchestra on the famed Showcase concert of the Percussive Arts Society International Convention, staging the original work of Miss Franca Hills Headley, the Rainmakers. The band took a hiatus in 2009. This made our members very Panorama sick, to coin a word. So, the following year, after much consideration, Golden Hands opted to forsake the Junior Panorama competition and enter the small band category. With Miss Franca at the helm and the awesome instruments of our tuner, Mr. Bertram Birch Kelman, Miss Vanessa was given the exclusive responsibility of arranging the Golden Hands Panorama tune of choice, the Mighty Shadows' Dingole. She did not disappoint. Not only did she come up with the unique decor of dancing figures, she brought a 2nd place victory to Golden Hands. And this was by a mere 1.5 mark margin from the band emerging first. Following this amazing feat, Miss Vanessa continued arranging for Golden Hands, and the band maintained a top 10, sometimes top 3 position for many years. In 2014, Miss Vanessa again pushed Golden Hands Panorama envelope by becoming the first person to ever compose, sing, and arrange a Panorama piece. This monumental piece was Pan in the Galaxy. This in itself was not enough, as Miss Vanessa decided to do music videos of her compositions. Following this initial year, she went on to compose special pieces for the 4 consecutive Panoramas. In 2018, Golden Hands copped the coveted National Small Band National title. I was there. It was awesome. It was a surreal feeling I can never forget. 2019. This was a watershed year. Just when I thought that there was nothing more to accomplish, I was appointed as captain of Golden Hands. I was really surprised by this, but more than that, delighted to be entrusted with the management of such an awesome institution. Miss Franca always sees the potential in young people and never hesitates to hone them, even though with some serious admonition at times. But I wouldn't trade my captaincy of Golden Hands for anything. As I said, it was a watershed year. The inevitable. In my own opinion, Miss Vanessa took on a new job. This history-making endeavor of becoming the first ever female panorama arranger to arrange for bands in all 3 conventional categories of Panorama. I was there again, and we made it past the prelims in all categories. And Golden Hands placed 6th in the finals of the small band category. Maybe if Miss Vanessa had done her own piece, we would have won. One last thing about Panorama 2019 is that there were 2 small band competitions in that year, and it has been the last national Panorama since. I sincerely look forward to participating again in this spectacular event. It goes without saying that all of this requires exceptional administration, and at the helm of this, in Golden Hands, is our president and founder, Mrs. Franca.
At the helm of this musical ship is the founder and president of Golden Hands, the dynamic Franca Hills Headley, who has mentored hundreds of young gifted and talented musicians with the assistance of her own mentor, Mr. Dane Roscoe Hines, since 1993. Starting with her first student, her daughter, then 4-year-old Vanessa Alexandra Headley, Ms. Hills Headley set out to demonstrate that the steel pan, the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago, is a bona fide musical instrument. Vanessa, a musical genius and holder of many great accolades, is the first person to compose, sing, and arrange her own panorama music. This earned Golden Hands the 2018 National Panorama Championship, a highly coveted award of international repute. Vanessa, the musical director, composer, and arranger of Golden Hands, is also the vice president of the Golden Hands board.
My name is Soraya Joseph. I am 18 years of age and I have been a member of Golden Hands for the past 6 years. And I now hold the title of center manager as well as one of the junior directors.
My name is Asa Adams and I am 17 years old. I have been a member of Golden Hands for the past 9 years and I have held the title of vice captain for the past 6 months.
My name is Tony Lewis. I am 16 years old. I have been a member of Golden Hands for 6 years and I currently hold the position as the Chief Executive Officer.
My name is Malakala Troy and I am 17 years old. I have been the captain of Golden Hands for the past year.
My name is Jessie Jacknarine and I am one of the junior directors of Golden Hands. I am 23 years old and I have been a member of this establishment for the past 17 years.
Everyone is committed to pushing each other onto excellence. Age is not a challenge at Golden Hands. Little hands soon become golden hands.
Golden Hands is a unique organization which, since its inception in 1993, has not only focused on the musical development of its members, but has provided rich opportunities for their socio-cultural development. In its mandate, Golden Hands primarily caters for members aged 3 to 30, but over the years, it has included members as old as 70. Let's take a look at a few examples of what transpires in the backyard. Project Esperanza, translated in English as Project Hope, is a foundation launched by our Miss World Trinidad and Tobago 2019 representative, Miss Tiajane Remy. This foundation reached out to the migrant Venezuelan community, specifically its children, by assisting in their acclimatization to their new environment. Miss Remy partnered with Golden Hands to give these children a little insight into the culture of Trinidad and Tobago, specifically the steel pan, which is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. This allowed both Trinidadian and Venezuelan children to interact in a meaningful way in a safe environment, the backyard, of course. Under the tutelage of Miss Franca and the assistance of a translator, Golden Hands members passed on the rudiments of steel pan playing to their new Venezuelan friends. In true Trini style, time was also made for eating and dancing. Golden Hands works hard, but plays harder. And one way in which we relax after a long period of hard work is by enjoying 2 marvelous days at an in-house event, Splash Bash. This 2-day backyard pool party is given a special theme every year. This was conceptualized by Miss Vanessa in 2016 after an arduous national panorama preparation and performance, followed by a very intense Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival participation. Memories. The Splash Bash theme that year was Hawaiian. I remember the snow cones, pizzas, and barbecue that all had pineapple, not to mention olays, endless games, and water for soap. If you didn't know, you know now. Golden Hands could cook too. For many years, Golden Hands has staged a cookout challenge. This has been another brainchild of Miss Vanessa. The 3 houses of Golden Hands, purple, white, and gold, are tasked with preparing a scrumptious meal and sweet dessert of a specific slant, and a secret ingredient. Yes, just imagine making a hamburger and incorporating peanut butter and jelly. It certainly brought out our creativity. The houses are adjudicated and vie for a challenge trophy. On one memorable occasion, we had a German musician who wanted to learn to play the steel pan. She spent the entire summer vacation with us and participated with Purple House. Unfortunately, my house, Gold, won for another year, but she really had fun. The creative Miss Vanessa took our skill level to new heights. when she again introduced us to her dear friend, Miss Sandra Duncan. Miss Sandra, though severely physically challenged, has mastered the art of the tie-dye and was only too happy to share her expertise with us. So all of us, boys and girls, older and younger, gathered in the backyard and came up with some beautiful pieces and were able to make some old t-shirts we had look fabulous. I still wear mine when I feel to dress up. Yes, pan racks aren't only used for pushing our pants. They are really useful in drying large tie-dyed pieces.
Hello, I am the CEO of Golden Hands, Tony Lewis. Golden Hands has been a participant in the prestigious Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival since 1998. We have amassed close to 90 championship titles during this period, including the President's Award and the Prime Minister's Award on 4 occasions, besides numerous adjudicators' awards. What has truly made me satisfied as a music festival participant myself is the fact that we continually achieve our President's, Ms. Franca's, main objective in demonstrating that the steel pan is a bona fide musical instrument. It has been clearly documented that our adjudicators over the years were truly fascinated by the sweet sound of the steel pan. Having encountered it for the first time in this stellar festival, Canadian adjudicator Dr. Mary Legg has been quoted in the local newspapers as describing Golden Hands as a national treasure. She even purchased a tenor pan from Golden Hands' iconic steel pan tuner, Mr. Bertrand Birch Kellman. I was most excited in 2018 when at age 12, Ms. Franca signed me up as a participant in the 13 and under steel pan solo competition. I placed third. What a glorious feeling after really hard work. Then, in the sadly memorable year 2020, I emerged first as the South champion in the 17 and under steel pan solo category. But, unfortunately, I was unable to participate for the national title as the festival was abruptly stopped for reasons that we well know of.
In 2020, right in the middle of our successful participation in the Trinidad and Tobago Music Festival, we were informed that everyone had to remain at home from school. This meant that our weekly visits to our beloved backyard were curtailed. Immediately, Miss Franca sprung into action. Miss is a lady that does take a toll. So Golden Hands was instantly, it seemed to me, transformed into an online steel band. Starting with WhatsApp, Miss Franca continued our music classes, adding many interesting new components like music history, symphonic instruments, and interestingly, general knowledge about any and everything. She even took it further and loaned each of us one of her highly prized Bertrand Birch Kellman steel pan instruments at no cost. So we started and are continuing our online music practicals. For this year, we have seen phenomenal growth because we, as an executive, were challenged and demanded by Miss to level up. Now we have students from other countries in the Caribbean and US who are enjoying the benefits of being a Golden Hands online member. To encourage members who have been harshly affected by this seemingly never-ending lockdown, Ms. Franca decided to reward band members with special tokens. So with the assistance of Granny and one of our dear parents, she was able to surprise us on our Golden Hands 27th anniversary with the most beautiful tokens. They certainly brought us joy in these dreary times. One of our Golden Hands mottos is receiving but never forgetting to give back. And so, in this spirit, we as an executive were mandated by Miss Franca to spearhead a hamper drive. She selected 3 single mothers with a total of 8 children, and we were instructed to fully engage every band member. I must say that it was heartwarming to see the excited generosity of Golden Hands. This was translated into our shared joy as a unit when we were told about the appreciation of these families. As our main Golden Hands motto states, we have been truly able to change our environment.
Hello again, I'm Jessie, and I have been a part of the phenomenal institution called Golden Hands for the past 17 years. Golden Hands was founded by Miss Franca Hills Headley, right in her drawing room in the year 1993, with her daughter, Miss Vanessa Alexandra Headley, then age 4, as its first student. Miss Vanessa, now the Vice President and Musical Director of Golden Hands, is an arranger, composer, educator, conductor, award-winning soloist, and so much more. Some of her most astounding achievements are placing first in the Caribbean for the CSEC music examinations, recipient of a scholarship to Berklee College of Music, Boston, Massachusetts, USA, Trinidad and Tobago National Youth Awardee, being the first person to compose, sing, and arrange her own song for the National Panorama Competition, Masters in Psychology for Musicians from Sheffield University, UK, and radio hostess and presenter. This has guaranteed the production of an exceptional cohort of steel pan musicians, many of whom have progressed on to tertiary music studies both in Trinidad and Tobago and abroad. Of these, several have won national awards. Here are some of them performing a Vanessa Alexandra arrangement of Dr. Len Boogsy Sharp's composition, Pan Rising. 3 of them, including Miss Vanessa, were recipients of the Trinidad and Tobago National Youth Award in the sphere of arts and culture. Golden Hands has had opportunities for performance at many premier events, such as the World Steel Band Festival, Carifesta, St. James Weeby Jazz Festival, the National Launch of Carnival, among many others. The group has also performed at Howard University, the University of Delaware, the World Bank, and is the only non-Antiguan band to have won the Modes of Pan competition, doing this on 3 consecutive occasions. And Hands always makes time for charitable activities. It partnered with the Combined Disabilities of Trinidad and Tobago, CDTT, since 1999 and continues to be a feature of the CDTT's well-attended annual fundraising concerts. It has also reached out to and supported charities in places such as Haiti, Tibet, Guyana, Israel, and India. Described by one foreign adjudicator as a national treasure of Trinidad and Tobago, Golden Hands continues pushing the envelope under the direction of its exceptional musical director, Miss Vanessa Headley. To this end, the band has performed several of her original compositions and special arrangements that have been expanded to include symphonic instruments in woodwind, brass, and percussion families. In fact, one such piece was commissioned by the government of Trinidad and Tobago from Miss Vanessa, Music Matters. It was performed by the First Caribbean Youth Orchestra at Carifesta 2018. There is so much more that could be said about this gem, Golden Hands.
Golden Hands has been blessed by the contributions of many iconic musicians who, with sincerity and humility, have mentored this new musical generation. Some of these have been international steel pan icons Len Bugsy Sharp and Ray Holman, master steel pan builder and tuner Bertrand Birch Kelman, producer of the band's high-quality instruments, Lennox Bobby Mohammed, first national panorama champion arranger from San Fernando, internationally renowned calypso jazz pianist Ralph Robertson, and Frankie McIntosh, pianist and composer extraordinaire. Errol Ince and Etienne Charles, among others, have also contributed to the introduction of woodwind and brass performance to Golden Hands steel pan musicians. The Golden Hands Music, Music Education, Steel Pan Musicianship and Performance Scholarship Program was instituted in 2013 to hone the musical gifts and talents of passionate, artistic young persons by employing a curriculum structured to guide these young musicians on to tertiary music education. Some of the many components are oral training, music theory, sight reading, and foundations in percussion. The teaching of steel pan history and technology also has deepened the value system of the band and strengthened our dedication to the only acoustic instrument created in the 20th century. The exposure to a wide range of creative activities has been facilitated through partnerships with many institutions, such as the University of the West Indies, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, and many others. The Golden Hands motto, "We will change our environment with our music," has been accomplished many times, as Golden Hands holds the titles of over 100 championship trophies and awards, presented both locally and internationally. In 2007, the original steel pan musical entitled The Rainmakers, written by Franca Hills Headley, made its debut at the University of the West Indies. Dr. Janine Remy of the university was invited by Ms. Hills Headley to compose the music for the script. Under the direction and co-production of Ms. Hills Headley, Golden Hands featuring the UWI Percussion Ensemble performed The Rainmakers, not only in the major concert halls of Trinidad, but became the first steel pan production ever to be staged on the showcase concert of the Percussive Arts Society International Convention. This convention took place in Austin, Texas in 2008. Golden Hands students are always involved in all aspects of artistic productions, such as dance, drama, and set design and construction. Through the facility of the Ministry of Community Development, Culture and the Arts of Trinidad and Tobago, Golden Hands has exposed its members to a wide range of other musical instruments. This has led the band to a national collaborative performance of the original commissioned piece, Music Matters, composed by Vanessa Headley. Golden Hands is much more than a music institution. We are family. We are passionate. We are an icon of pure pan excellence.